Hello and welcome back to Leilani Electronics. Before we get into this next circuit, make sure you like and subscribe so you continue to get updates on these awesome videos. Go to the website, leilanielectronics.com. The schematics up. I finally got my program page up, so I'll put a couple programs up there for start. This circuit right here is it's a 20-second voice recorder. This is a basic circuit, that I was testing out. It uses the ISD 1610 20-second voice recorder module. I did an identical circuit with the ISD 4004, which is a 4-minute voice recorder. That one is microcontrolled. This one is not. So you don't need a microcontroller to build this circuit or use it. You can record up to 20 seconds using just 3 buttons. The 4004 requires a microcontroller. If you want 4 minutes, up between 4 and 8 minutes of audio, of voice recording audio, you can use the ISD 17240. That one is also just push button. You don't need a microcontroller for it. So, for those of you who just want to use the buttons and not a microcontroller, you can do identical circuit with the different part number with a microcontroller. It's just going to use less parts. The output of the ISD 1610 and most of the voice chips have a speaker output. So you just connect the speaker to the 2 pins. It's not going to be loud, but you'll be able to clearly hear it. So, and they also have an audio output, an auxiliary output they call it. That's what I use. I'm testing 2 amplifiers for the output. I had a LM4871 laying around, which is 3 watts, and that part number is identical to the SSM2211, which you'll see on the schematic. That one's 1.5 watts, single channel. I also had a PAM 8406 dual 5 watt channel amplifier, which is extremely loud. I was shocked to see how loud it was just running at 5 volts. It runs at 5 volts. It's amazing. So yeah, that the PAM 8406 dual channel, 5 watts each. For this particular circuit example I have set up right here, I'm only using one output, and so I'm using one speaker for the PAM and one for the LM. This should show you the difference in how loud they are. So back to the ISD 1610. You have a record button, which is right here. You have LED, which will light up while you're recording. You record up to 20 seconds. You have to hold this button down while you record. And it has 2 playbacks. There's a play E and a play L. You hold the play E, or you just push the play E, it'll play the entire 20 seconds. The play L, it'll only play as long as you hold the button, which I'll show you. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna turn it on. I have a switch over here, the top there, so I can toggle between the outputs. This is an example to show you the difference in the output. So let me get a little bit closer to the mic. I'm just gonna say a quick message. Let's see what we got here. Leilani Electronics, ISD 1610, output test. And you see the light went out. We're going to push this button.
Leilani Electronics, ISD 1610, output test.
Okay, that was the PAM 8406. Now we're going to switch it over to the LM 4871. We're just going to play the same message.
Leilani Electronics, ISD 1610,
You can clearly see how loud the PAM 8406 is compared to the LM 4871. So depending on how loud you need this, I mean, both of the amplifiers work well with this chip and the ISD 4004, which I did a test circuit on that also. So, and we're just going to push the other button, and it's going to play until I lift up off of it. See, so depending on your application, you may only need to play a couple seconds of a message, or you may have to play the whole message. So this is a good chip to use, and it's you can do it without a microcontroller, minimum parts. Just make sure you use your bypass capacitors, because ceramic and your electrolytic, because you'll notice if you don't, you'll notice it in sound when you go to record. You'll get popping, you'll get hissing. So make sure that if you build this on your permanent board or breadboard like I have, make sure you use a couple extra. It won't hurt. It definitely makes a difference. So let me get over to the schematic. Okay, here's the schematic. Let me enlarge it. Okay, here you have it, the ISD 1610, and here's the speaker output that I was mentioning earlier. Mostly all of these voice recorder chips have a speaker output that you can put an 8 ohm speaker. Maybe, I think it's only like 800 milliwatts to maybe a watt, maybe not even that. I would have to recheck the data sheet. There's your mic, and here is your output, your audio out that most of these chips have. And see, it goes into your amp, SSM 2211, which is identical again to the LM 4871. Only thing is, this one is 1.5 watts, the LM is 3 watts. The reason I'm using this part number on this schematic, when I went to look for the LM, they didn't have any in the dip. They were all surface mount. So again, I tried to keep everything through hole without a microcontroller, so you could just build this out of any spare parts you got laying around. You can go order them, and you get your 8 ohm speaker. Or if you use the LM, you want a 3 or 5 watt speaker. So these two speakers I have here are 5 watts. That's it. There's your power supply, your bypass capacitors, and here's your button. Record, play E, play L. Remember, you hold the record button for the entire 20 seconds you want to record, or 5 seconds, or however long you want to record. Then you let it go. Play E is to play the entire message. You just push it, it'll play it. Play L, you just hold it as long as you want the message to play. Again, this is up on the website, leilaniElectronics.com. Hope you like it. Like and subscribe. I'm going to do another video using the ISD 4004, which is a 4-minute voice recorder chip. Of course, I'm not going to record a message for 4 minutes, but I'll show you how it works using a microcontroller. So I hope you like it. Go over to the website, print it out, build it. Let me know what you think. Thanks again.